Morning and welcome back to another episode of Board Sports with Kirby Smith. I'm Kirby Smith and I'm standing here with Mr. Shannon Dawkins, who is the Associate Director out here at the Lake County Landfill. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. How you doing?
Fantastic. How are you doing?
Great.
We are here for a very special reason, and that is pre-hurricane cleanup. So Shannon, I'm assuming that since we're talking about pre-storm cleanup, that citizens of Lake County can start to clean up their yard and put their yard debris out by the side of the road, and we'll come by and pick it up.
Yes, sir. Trimming your trees now is an effective method, and remember, setting your yard waste out will go under the same guidelines as regular yard waste collection.
That makes perfect sense. So let's just say I live somewhere out that's not within the city, and I look up and I see power lines going across my yard, and I notice there's some trees that's pretty close to it. What do I do then?
We recommend that you call the power company, have the power company come out and trim the trees to clear the line so that we can continue to have service during the storm or during any type of impact.
So the power company come out and do an evaluation. If they deem it necessary, they'll bring a crew out. They'll clean the line up just to ensure that no limbs would fall on that line during a windy day.
Yes, sir. And then also have the power company to take the trees that they cut down, the limbs that they cut down, have them to dispose of them.
Yeah, we see them on the side of roads all the time with their power crews. I think it's Davy or something that they use. That they trim the trees and then they put them in their trucks and haul them off. All right, so we're talking about pre-storm, and everybody's thinking about hurricanes. But summertime here in Florida can get extremely windy. When is it that you recommend that we start really looking at this thing and not really thinking about hurricanes? Because hurricane season starts in June and goes until November. But when should people really start looking at their trees and say, man, that's getting pretty close, or I really need to clean this up over my roof? How does that happen?
Throughout the year. Throughout the year, you should definitely look at trimming trees, trimming limbs that could be a projectile during any type of storm or wind event.
And that's an important thing you just said there, is we want to make sure that we don't have projectiles going through the air, either hitting your house or your neighbor's house, causing damage.
Yes, sir.
And if you're not quite sure about when to start trimming the trees, because each tree has a different pruning thing, we have a wonderful ag center right down the street that they give you all information about when the proper time is to prune the trees.
Correct. Yes, sir, they can.
So you're talking about projectiles, and we've been mainly talking about trees and pruning trees, but there are all types of projectiles that someone may have. Lawn furniture, or an old grill that they may not want or is not usable anymore. Can they bring that down here to the landfill?
Yes, sir. You can bring that over here to the central facility here in Tavares. All of those type of items, like you said, lawn furnitures and grills, those can be considered projectiles, and you are welcome to bring them here to the central facility in Tavares.
Now you're talking about bringing things here to the facility here in Tavares. If someone wanted to prune their trees and clean up their yard, and they don't want to put it on the side of the road, can they bring it down here?
Also, you can bring your yard waste here to the central facility in Tavares, as well as our other convenience centers throughout the county, assuming that it stays within the size guidelines of 4 feet in length and 6 inches in diameter.
So you brought up a very good point there. We've been talking mainly the central facility here in Tavares, but you just mentioned the transfer stations throughout all of Lake County. So you can take these items to the transfer stations throughout Lake County?
Yes, sir, you can.
That's fantastic. So people up in Paisley can take it to their transfer station up in that area, and people over on the west side of Lake County can take it to their transfer station over there.
Roger that, they can. And you can find those times and hours on the Lake County website, the Trash and Recycle page.
Shannon, I can't thank you enough for meeting me out here, helping our citizens understand about what to do, when to do it, and who to call if they have any questions. So thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
I certainly appreciate your time and your dedication to all the citizens here in Lake County. Whatever you do, stay safe, be prepared. That's the most important thing, is prepare for something of the unexpected If you're prepared, it goes a long ways. And that's all we have for Board Shorts at Kirby Smith. See you next Wednesday.